Okay. And then we have like big equipment, and we see there's and it says there's like an 8 foot person beside it, and another one's inside, and it has big eyes and it's looking at us, the caller told the 911 dispatcher. They're very large, they're like 8, 9 foot, maybe even 10 foot, and they're not human. Now in this one it doesn't say the discrepancy where it says human and all of this, and just say, oh, you know what, they're not. It says they're not human, 100%. They're not human, the caller adds. And of course, it talks about the young man again, who, Angel Gomez, 16 years old, who was in the backyard of his home with his brother fixing a truck when they claimed to have seen a blurry object fall from the sky and two tall creatures emerge. Then it says, look to YouTube last week with his own took look took to excuse me took to YouTube last week with his own explanation of what happened, and showed video of an object streaking across the sky, as well as another video with the sound of something thudding or crashing. Now his accounts also included what he said was his family reacting while speaking Spanish to what they had allegedly seen crash in their backyard. Gomez said that they couldn't make out what the object was, and that he claims crashed in the yard, but a few minutes later saw something. It was a tall, skinny, lengthy creature, Gomez said. It was a gray or greenish color, and when I looked at it in the eyes, my body just froze. He had weird looking feet and a big face and eyes and a big mouth. Now, the podcaster Doug Papa said that he spoke to a neighbor who also heard a loud thud around the time the incident was reported. And it looks like here they have, even though it's redacted, it does show like the police report or police log. It says the Las Vegas police log shows how dispatchers recorded details of the incident. So there's some areas obviously that are redacted. It says the LVMPD media spokesman told the Post Tuesday that they had no such thing. Oh, now look at this. That they have no such thing as a Homeland Security Department until it was pointed out to him that LVMPD listed a Homeland Security Department on its website, which is run by Deputy Chief Sasha Larkin. Okay, so they're saying they don't have it, but then when you go on their website, it says that they do have it. The spokesman said that they were preparing a statement about the surveillance cameras, which has not been emailed to the Post. I don't think, based on the more updated stuff, they still haven't. They still haven't done it. It's a year later. Okay, so they did not respond to questions about why Mark Berry, a retired Las Vegas officer who is assisting with the investigation, does it even exist? Because they're denying the Homeland Security part of it, but it's on their website though. Interesting. With the investigation, told the cable channel News Nation Monday that the cops only made one visit to the home. Oh, really? Okay, when the family has claimed that two detectives came after the first two officers responded, and two more cops subsequently made another visit. How many is that? Okay, how many? Okay, visits, how many officers, how many people, how many? The initial police response gave the family's version of events credence. Now, one of two officers who made the initial responding call to the family can be heard, hello, on body cam footage that he was taking their claims seriously. I did hear that when I looked on YouTube, yeah. Because another officer had seen something in the sky that matched the family's description just 8 minutes earlier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes earlier. 8. Can you count it? 8. So this particular article goes into what they consider to be outlandish claims after the footage went viral. Okay, and I'm not gonna go into what some of those claims are. But it does say as I scroll down, unfortunately, all of this takes away from legitimate research. Grinwald told the Post Tuesday. The provable reality of whatever it is out there is a lot less, he says, sexy by the media than these sensationalized, stories about alien bodies and reverse engineering. Grinwall. So obviously, John Grinwall, is 42, who runs the Black Vault Archive and has been investigating what are now being called UAPs since he was 15, and said he doesn't know if what the Vegas family claimed to have occurred May 1st is true or not. Well, none of us really can like say 100%. I mean, no. Um, Obviously, and we're not there. We don't live there. You know, it says the other stuff is snoozy, but it's what merits attention. There is documented proof of material going back 70 plus years, which is tied to what the Army used to call flying saucers, John Greenwald claimed. There are documented incidents where there are unidentified phenomena, that are going faster than all known aircraft at the time. Well, I know that people that watched the eclipse that happened earlier this month said that they saw some stuff in the clouds and different things, and there's some clips or whatever on that, and that would probably fit nicely into, or not so nicely, into whatever they're calling them, UAPs, UFOs, flying saucers. There was something moving really, really fast. Even the things with the Maui, there were some things in the cloud covering before what happened, among other things that happened. So I personally, just as a person that I'm not part of the UFO family or a community, more community family, community or family, however you want to put it. Like I said, I never really believed it, nor did I disbelieve it. I really didn't know how to feel about it, but I personally think, as just a person that lives on planet Earth and in this society, I kept thinking it was weird that on the news, when you look on different, you look on online, you look on YouTube, you look on social media, you hear all these things about these meteors and all these things falling from the sky, and it seemed like it's happening more and more and more. And I thought it was weird, and I just thought it was interesting that the people on the news, they would say how cool and wonderful and great, not like they should be in a full-on panic. But I thought to myself, I said, self, this is happening quite a bit. Why is this happening so much? And then people start talking about um, what I call the Northern Lights. And I always thought it was in a particular region, like Alaska or something. But then people not in Alaska were like really geeked up and talking about they were gonna watch these northern lights, and I'm like, okay, well, how are they seeing northern lights and they're not in Alaska? And no one seemed to think that that was weird or out of context. I thought it was strange. But of course, I see a lot of things that are kind of not right, and other people think it's business as usual. So maybe it's just me being strange, and maybe everybody else has got it right, because I'm like, why is all this stuff falling out of the sky? What is causing this? And then when they would say something about possibly aliens, for whatever that's worth, the people on the news would be like very geeked up and say, oh my God, it's so great, I just can't wait to wait if that's what it is, what they're going to tell us. Well, if they're not aliens, as I feel like we're already finding out, whether you accept it or not, they're fallen angels or demons. I really don't. Are you still waiting to see what they want to tell us? I don't think it's going to be anything good.